Think about it for a second. Your entire life, it's right there on your phone. All your photos, your finances, your private conversations. But here's the scary part. While you're holding your phone, someone else could be holding the keys to your entire digital world. So, in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on how modern cyber threats actually work, and more importantly, how you can fight back. So, let's just start with a simple question. How much do you think your phone really knows about you? You might think, oh, it's just my contacts and photos. But the reality is, it's so much more invasive. The data being collected paints a picture of you that's so detailed, it's like a digital shadow following your every single move. Okay, for starters, it knows exactly where you are at all times. And I don't just mean when you're using Google Maps. Through a mix of GPS, which cell tower you're pinging, and your IP address, your location is being logged every single second of the day. But it goes way deeper than just where you are. Your phone has access to your entire financial life. You know how? Apps can read your SMS alerts from your bank, they scan your emails for receipts and statements, and of course, they track every single in-app purchase you make. And this is where it gets incredibly personal. Based on the stuff you look at online, the groups you join, the things you search for, these apps build this crazy, detailed profile of you. It can include your political leanings, your religious views, and even your sexual orientation. You never told them this stuff directly, but they know. And finally, the one everyone always wonders about, is my phone listening to me? The answer is yes, it is. And this isn't some conspiracy theory. If you actually dig into the permissions of major apps, they state it right there. They collect voice and sound recordings. That includes voice notes you send and, yep, in some cases, even ambient audio. So what happens to all this data? It's not just sitting in a void. It's being collected, it's being pieced together, and it's being stored, creating one single, incredibly valuable and incredibly vulnerable target for criminals. So where does all this stuff actually live? Just think about it. Companies like Google and Meta don't keep this information in separate little boxes. No. Your Google Photos, your Drive files, your emails, even your device backups, they're all linked together in one central place, your single Gmail account. And this brings us to the most critical point of all. A hacker doesn't need to break into every single app you use. If they can get into just one account, like your Gmail, they can potentially get access to the last 15 years of your life. Your photos, your locations, your bank details, all your saved passwords. It's the keys to the entire kingdom, all protected by a single door. So how do they get through that one door? You're probably picturing some technical genius in a dark room breaking through firewalls. But the modern reality, it's much simpler and honestly a lot more frightening. They don't hack technology, they hack people. It's a technique called social engineering, which is just a fancy term for psychological manipulation. I love this quote from cybersecurity expert Amit Dubey because it perfectly captures the mindset. He says, criminals will never hack your devices to reach you, they will always hack you to reach your devices. Your phone has security features, sure, but our own psychology, our trust, our fear, our sense of urgency, that's a much easier target to exploit. Let me give you a perfect example of how this works. Picture this. You get a call about some great opportunity. The caller sounds super professional, maybe even mentions a friend you both know to build trust. While you're talking, another call comes in. The criminal on the line says, "Oh, that must be my colleague. Hey, just merge the calls so we can get this sorted out right now." What you don't realize is that second call, it isn't a person. It's an automated call from your bank or social media reading out your one-time password, your OTP. The second you merge those calls, they hear it. And just like that, they're in your account. Here's another common attack. This one targets your phone number directly. Now, SIM swapping is the old school way. They literally steal your physical SIM card and pop it in another phone. But with eSIMs, they don't even need to touch your phone. They can trick you with a fake text or a call and convince you to authorize the digital transfer of your phone service over to their device. Suddenly, they control all your calls and messages. You know, these individual attacks aren't just isolated incidents. They're part of a highly organized, multi-billion-dollar global industry. And it's escalated from just personal fraud to something way bigger, actual cyber warfare. The scale of this is just staggering. To give you some perspective, in the United States alone, the FBI reports annual losses from cybercrime topping $13 billion. And remember, that's just one country.
And it's absolutely a global problem. Take Australia, for example. It's a country with just a fraction of the US population, but they still reported over $3 billion in cyber fraud losses just last year.
And in India, while the official numbers are already huge, around 22,000 crore rupees, experts estimate the real annual loss is well over 1 lakh crore. And why the huge difference? Well, because so many of these crimes just go completely unreported.
But we've moved beyond just individual bank accounts now. The exact same hacking principles are now being used by entire nations against each other. They're targeting the critical infrastructure that our societies depend on. Things like power grids, banking systems, water supplies. These are the new battlefields. You can bring an entire country to a standstill without ever firing a single shot.
Okay, I know. After hearing all that, you might be feeling a little powerless. But you're not. The absolute best defenses are surprisingly simple, and you can put them in place right now to build a digital fortress around your life. Let's just look at what a huge difference one simple setting makes. Take WhatsApp. If your account is vulnerable, it's only protected by an OTP. If a hacker gets that code, they have full access. Game over. And it could take you a week to get your account back. But with a secure account, one that's protected by a 6-digit PIN, even if a hacker gets your OTP, it doesn't matter. They're stopped dead in their tracks. Access denied. They simply cannot get in. And enabling this is so easy. You can do it in literally 30 seconds. Just open your WhatsApp settings, tap on account, then 2-step verification, and set up a PIN. This one small action is one of the most powerful security moves you can make, and you should do it for every single account that offers it. The key is to layer your defenses. So here are 3 more simple but super powerful steps. First, go into your phone settings and disable notifications on your lock screen. This stops a thief from just glancing at your phone and seeing an OTP flash on the screen. Second, if your phone company supports it, switch to an eSIM. That totally eliminates the risk of someone stealing your physical SIM card. And finally, go to the website haveibeenpwned.com. Type in your email and it'll tell you if your accounts have ever been caught up in any known data breaches. That way, you know to change your passwords immediately. See, the hacker's whole playbook relies on you not knowing how the game is played. But now you do. You've seen the threats, you've seen the tactics, and now you've seen the defenses. So the question isn't what they can do to you anymore. The question is, what are you going to do to stop them? The keys to your digital life belong in your hands. It's time to secure the lock.